What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Awakening World. I'm Love Coach Scott Thomas, and we've been doing this show for 6 years now. Some of you have been with us from the very, very beginning, and some of you might be seeing us for the very first time. I want to thank the Sign Network for getting us out to as many as 150 Facebook groups and pages. Thank you, John and Summer. One of my favorite things about doing this show is when I get to have people that I totally love and admire as our special guests. And tonight we have two of the most extraordinary human beings I've ever met. And I've met a lot of extraordinary human beings. And I am talking about Antoinette Rootsdawtah and her beloved husband, Pato Banton, who's somewhere here. Looking for you, Pato. There you are. All right. These two people changing the world. They are truly changing the world. Now, of course, many people know them through their music. They are incredible musical artists, put on the best shows, best concerts, but they take whatever money they can raise and they go to Africa and they create amazing things. They build schools, they build homes, they put in water in villages that didn't have water. I mean, they're doing the real amazing work. And they work with young people, they work with people of all ages, and wherever they go, they just spread love. And tonight, we're going to learn about a brand new project that they've got going, but you're going to have to wait for just a few minutes because we always start a show with music, and our house musical artist, Omar Shar, has something just perfect to play tonight.
Apparently I have, and welcome those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, and of course our streaming partners. And some of you, this is a song that I wrapped around a chant that I learned in Sweat Lodge, and so we shall listen to it right now. You will probably know the chorus. The chorus. Where are we? Okay. We are here, gathered together, holding hands, my sisters and brothers, open hearts and open minds, raising our voices and singing these praises. singing these praises. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit. Earth, my body, and water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit. Hey, yana, oh, yana, hey, yana, hey, yana, oh, yana, hey, 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 yana, oh, yana, hey, yana, hey, yana, oh, yana, hey, hey, hey. We are here, loving our mother. We are willing to love each other, open heart, and sing these praises. We sing these praises. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit. Earth, my body, and water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit. Hey, yana, ho, yana, hey, yana, hey, yana, ho, yana, hey, 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 yana, ho, yana, hey, yana, hey, yana, ho, yana, hey, hey. Yes, we're here, and we love our mother. Yes, we're willing to love each other, open hearts and open minds. We raise our voices and sing these praises. Last time we sing these praises. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit. Hey, yana, oh, yana, hey, yana, hey, yana, oh, yana, hey, 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 yana, oh, yana, hey, yana, hey, yana, oh, yana, hey, hey,
Let's all send some love and hearts and twinkles to our beloved house musical artist, Mr. Omar Shar. Thank you.
You're very welcome. It's funny, house musical artist makes me sound like a fine wine.
Well, like a fine wine, you're only getting better with age, that's for sure.
Oh, I'm getting younger with age. Thank you. Bye.
Love you much. I want to read some of the comments that people have put into our chat box about Pato and Antoinette. So I'm going to bring them up here so that we can watch their reactions to some of the love that is about to be shared with them. And Pato keeps disappearing. There he is. All right. So here's what some of our people had to say. Susan Bloomquist writes, I always enjoy hearing Antoinette's point of view on relevant issues, and Pato is a gift of spiritual leadership. George, of course, has enjoyed being with both of you on the show several times. Nicole Black, who we're going to actually meet tonight, is based in Sacramento, and she says that she's had the privilege of knowing Antoinette and Pato for several years. She writes, their friendship, guidance, and positive energy has been a true blessing in my life. Every time I'm around them, I leave feeling inspired, uplifted, and reminded of the power of music, service, and community. Boy, you nailed it, Nicole. They are all about music, service, and community. Their example continues to encourage me both personally and as an artist on my own musical journey. Our beloved Reverend Jerry Anderson, the Wild Monk, writes, I'm coming to you from Pennsylvania, and I was blessed to fly my drone at their dedication 2 years ago with our righteous family. Sage writes, I had a fabulous trip with the Global Peace Tribe and Unity Earth people when we went to visit Pato and Antoinette in California a few years ago and at the retreat in Los Angeles. I love them, their spirit, and their activism. Adora writes, in addition to this show, I've danced to Pato and Antoinette live a couple of times, Golden Gate Park and the convergence that many of us were at in Venice Beach. And it goes on and on and on. So many people really appreciating you. More comments than I actually have time to read. But thank you both for being such an inspiration. And thank you for being on the show tonight. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. And of course, we're going to learn all about the Divine Mother's Love, the Mother Spirit Project. But is there anything you want to update us on with the Ubuntu, the Spirit of Ubuntu film or project? Because, of course, we've been following you since the beginning on that one.
Yeah. You want to start, Antoinette, or you want me to?
You go ahead first.
Well, firstly, regarding the movie, which started this entire project with Ubuntu off, we're continuing to win awards for the Ubuntu movie. We've got up to 28 International Film Festival awards.
29.
All right. So 29. And more and more people are continuing to see the movie and give us really great feedback about the movie. And we've been hearing that a lot of the organizations featured in the movie, when people see them, see the movie, they reach out to the organizations, and their level of support has been increasing across Africa, which is a beautiful thing to see happening. As far as Ubuntu International, across Africa, we've just added South Sudan. A school called Ubuntu School in South Sudan is now a part of the Ubuntu network. So we have 5 major hubs right now, in Uganda, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Cameroon, and now South Sudan. So the work is amazing. There's a lot of outreach going on. Antoinette has established Ubuntu International also with about 9 partner organizations who are also benefiting from the Ubuntu International outreach program. Antoinette's also involved in women's empowerment and dance schools, chess programs with kids. We just built 8 homes for the widows in Uganda who lost their homes, and now they also have a farm on their home project, so they're growing their own food right now. And the work is just amazing. That's going across all the countries we're involved in. There's a lot of development and a lot of work going on. We've got pad projects for sanitary towels, reusable sanitary towels for girls, sewing machine projects, recording studio projects, art projects, media programs, all by Antoinette. So there's a lot going on. Yeah, it's hard for me to keep up.
I mean, that is just extraordinary thing you just shared. All the lives that you are impacting and changing. You know, I want to take a moment. It's going to take you, we're going to have a little cosmic woo-woo moment. But many people who have near-death experiences talk about at the end of their life, they have a panoramic life review, and they get to experience how their choices, good and bad, have impacted others. And boy, are the two of you going to have the most amazing panoramic life review when you get to see all the lives you impacted in a positive way. Not that I want you guys to die soon or anything like that, but when the time comes, it's going to be it's going to be very special, what you're going to get to see and feel of how you've impacted our awakening world. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott. And it's interesting because as you see, what's behind Pato is like the mansion worlds. That's been our latest studies, and we've been having like a great time talking about the mansion worlds and the afterlife. It's such a beautiful and amazing place, but it's like really. I'm excited to go there, but I'm not like in a hurry, to kick rocks off this planet yet. So there's still things we'd like to do in the
Yeah.
meantime, but the spirituality aspects of who we are is such an important role as far as what we're doing as far as compared to service. And that's the reason why, coming into this Mother Spirit project is just an extension of everything else that we actually do, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, and of course, true spirituality is being of service. It's compassion and being of service. And you're both two of the most compassionate people I know, and obviously as service oriented as anyone I know. So, all right, I'm gonna let you tell us all about your brand new baby.
All right, then. So basically, this really kind of started like about 5 years ago, really. It was after the diagnosis of the breast cancer diagnosis. I think even before that, Pato was always telling me for a long time, he was like, study the mother spirit, make her your jam, this is going to be your thing about the divine mother spirit. And this was like 20 years ago. But I wasn't really paying attention and I wasn't really observing or studying or doing anything else. But when I got diagnosed and the doctors told me, they said, you're 100% testosterone. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm feeling the divine feminine all up in me. And it was actually a show that we did with you, Scott. It was one of the Rise of Divine Feminine with Christy and Heather and Deborah and all the other women. And I was like, okay, hold up a second. I'm not the only one that is feeling something that is going on. This is obviously some type of phenomenon as far as it's concerned with the Rise of Divine Feminine. And everywhere that I was going that was leading up to, and during this 5 year journey of everything that I've been doing, I feel that I was Mother Spirit led. It was like the height of the intuition, everything else. The more I meditated, the more I manifested, the way that it was pointing me to the in the right direction, leading me to the right people, putting me in the right situations, and being able to save my life. It's like, look at me 5 years later, look at all the work that I've done. No surgery, no chemo, no radiation, no laid up in the hospital, and I've been nonstop, like traipsing around the world doing this, and that. And I attribute all of this to the faith and also to the spirit of the Divine Mother and also to the spirit of God and to everything else. It's like when you think that you're going to go and you're going to clock out, this is the time that you really start going within. And the more that you start going within is the more you start finding answers to everything and the spirituality. So I've been working on this project for a long time. And this is kind of like the culmination of just some of the ideas of things that we're going to be doing.
Beautiful. So what is the Mother Spirit Project? Of course, I'll right away start by directing people to your website. And it's simple. It's just called motherspiritproject.us. So that's perfect that it's .us. Um, Awakening the divine power of women and humanity, the mind of the mother, the future of humanity. So tell us, what does this mean? What are you going to be
All
doing?
right. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen and I'm going to flip through it. Can you guys see this?
We sure can.
All right. So as we're going down, I wanted to let everybody know that we needed a return to sacred balance. Basically, there's a disconnect on this planet. And when they said I was 100% testosterone, I knew there was something wrong. It's like, where is my feminine energy at? When I hear a lot of these gurus talking about these, it's like women, like Shaman Durek, he says, you guys are too much in your masculine mind. You need to get back into your divine feminine so that way you can heal. And I was like, all right, this makes a lot of sense. So a lot of people are basically imbalanced between masculine and feminine, but just having a balance of the estrogen and testosterone, spiritually and scientifically speaking. So here we have the foundation of the mother spirit, which is going to be the video. So do we come back to this part or do I go through the site real quickly and we come back to the foundation?
Go through the site.
All right. So Pato's going to come back and introduce like who the Divine Mother Spirit is according to our beliefs in the teachings of the Urantia book. Our mission is to restore balance, and our vision is to restore balance guided by inner wisdom because the mother is part of the mind. So, what I did was I created this into 7 different pillars. We have spiritual education, awakening inner knowing through study, reflection, and spiritual guidance. You know that we have study groups, we also have podcasts, we also have Clubhouse, we also have secondary resources for people who want to just like learn and educate about the Divine Mother, the infinite spirit, the cosmic, the supreme being, the cosmic mind, all of our beautiful celestials. We have the interfaith and unity. Ever since we sat in that eighth fire, we had been blossoming, working with Chief Phil Lane about, the sacred covenant to protect Mother Earth. And look at how the indigenous wisdom is regarding who the Divine Mother is and the Mother Spirit and in everything. This was really eye opening because it was helping me to see even beyond my technical knowledge of what I was studying in the Urantia book. Then we move into wellness and healing, which is restoring mental, physical, and emotional balance. I realized that through the Mother Spirit, like going through it into meditation and manifestation, I was like, well, how am I going to be able to save myself if I'm not a doctor and I don't know, because there's a lot of mixed information online. They're like, if you do this, your cancer is going to grow. If you don't do this, it's going to grow. And everybody is saying all these different things. And I was totally confused. And so I had to just pray and meditate. And all these wonderful people came into my life. And everything that I tried was just a blessing. And then, of course, remember she was on the show a while back, music, art, and creative expression. Through the sound healing of like 432, different frequencies, I decided to change all of my music into 432 because I noticed it has like a different type of scientific cell reaction to your body. It's really important of how the healing was coming about from that. Then here's our Ubuntu Women's Empowerment. I did this because I felt like all these women that I want to empower and all the work that we were doing with Ubuntu, I learned some very valuable lessons. A lot of people need help, but unless you are working with people who are spiritually grounded, the effects and the outcomes may be differently. So when people get spiritually grounded and you see how it is with these women, everybody gets taken care of and everybody gets supportive. And then we know because these people are coming from a spiritual background and especially from the divine feminine, they're looking forward to like changing humanity in a better way. So this women's empowerment is super important. And then we lead into the protection and prevention of our girls, of our women, of our children. As you guys can see, there's been sexual assault and violence that's happening all across this planet. You guys even had to expose some of the gurus and everything else. And it's like, how do we protect these women? How do we help them and these girls be able to speak? I'm going to be able to say something when something is wrong or to recognize that there are signs that are wrong. Because all this time, a lot of women didn't know. It's like, this is not okay. And by giving them that voice, then we could sit there and stop the predatory behavior that's been happening for so long. This goes everywhere. And then final and last but not least, our earth stewardship and sustainable living, honoring our Mother Earth, sustainability, conscious living, stewarding this planet, because when you heal the mother, you heal yourself. So in here, I gave like a whole page that's dedicated, to each one of the pillars from the active education, activation, the study circles, our sacred ceremonies, our 22 women's prayers, our educational aids, as you saw for the conscious life, the living practice, the things when we was down in the Chainoti, creating ceremonies, and then just like how we're uplifting each one of the communities based off these teachings. So that was the education. Our interfaith and unity, which we have is from Unity Earth, from when we first started doing all this interfaith work, from Ethiopia to Israel to India to the Yucatan, coming together with all these different cultures and traditions, and learning. It's like we all have something in common when it
All
comes
right.
to the divine feminine. Yes, go ahead, Pato.
I don't think you can go through the whole site, but you can
All
just
right.
let people know the link and then they can
Mhm.
check out the rest of the site.
All right, so here we have like there's a gallery of everything. There's music and media on the site. So this is where we open it up to all of the other people who are supporting this divine feminine. On here, we have videos that are like performances, music videos of dances, meditations of prayers, healing music and frequencies, women's empowerment, Voices of the Mother Spirit, which we're going to be doing podcasts, documentaries, and everything else. So anybody else who also have things to offer, we will be glad to feature your stuff here onto the website. And then what's coming future is our shop with our artworks and everything, because some of the artworks that have been dedicated, created by our Ubuntu refugees and people living in the slums. We have Ubuntu art that we're going to be making into prints. And then last but not least is our partners. And then you see here, Kona de Poa. Look, there you are, Scott. Global
Yay!
Tribe. You could go and see all of our partners that we're working with, Charter for Compassion, Unity Earth. Click on the website, takes you directly to the website, hit it back, and it takes you right back inside of the Mother Spirit Project website. And all of this was done and created by one of the youth that I'm supporting in Uganda, since I'm working with a lot of the youth in Uganda, Kenya, and around the world, because they are the future. And if we don't support them and help them get out there, then they'll just end up in the streets and causing trouble. So
S- Amazing all that you're doing. What are some ways that our audience can immediately support you?
okay, so right on the website, I believe we have some donate buttons. So let me go and drop that because it's the same one. It all goes through Stand Up for Justice, because everything is being done through Stand Up for Justice. And here is the donate button.
Great.
All right, so here we go. Let me just grab that. Donate with PayPal. Takes you right over to SUJ.
Great. Well, I'm going to donate right now while we're talking. And are there other ways that people can participate? Is there any opportunity for people to volunteer and help out, especially online?
Yes, absolutely. So Anasuya, hallelujah, she's been such a wonderful woman in helping with some of the ladies. And when she pops in, so I'm looking for women that offer different things. It's like whether it's trauma support, being a mentor, being an auntie, being a sister. If you have ideas, if you have like, one of the things that we're learning about is like crystal knowledge. We're learning about ceremonies. We're learning about, just fellowship, anything. And it's not just women, men can offer support too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they can sit there and help. It's like, hey, tell some of these sisters, it's like, don't deal with the guy who's just going to abuse you and treat you badly or something else like that. There are good men out there. There's things that, when we come together in that spirit of Ubuntu, we can all help and heal one another. We can bring more peace to this planet. We can bring more compassion, and we can bring a lot more love. So like I said, the site is just beginning, but it's ever growing. So when people click on those different things and they want to learn more and say, all right, we can send them over to the 22 Women's for the prayers, or we can send them to some of these ladies that are offering, whatever support that might uplift and help the knowledge to help these women. So I think that's the reason why this project is not just one person or just a group of women, but it's something that we can help all women through all the support that they offer.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful. Um, and SCDR is applauding, and there's a lot of comments coming into the chat box. I'm going to read just a couple of them. And the links are, of course, in the chat box. Um, Susan writes, "This is so beautifully conceived and brought to the world." Reverend Jeffrey Colbrook writes, "Wow, so expansive." Bonnie Russell writes, "Beautifully done and beautifully conceived." Um, uh, and Elena Joy writes that the Stargate people, who's one of the people we like to collaborate with, also talks about balance rather than healing. And that's a beautiful way of putting it. And our dear Ayada writes, "Dear Antoinette, I did not know that you didn't use chemo or radiation, etc. I remember you telling us a few years ago that you decided to get up and make that first trip to Africa instead. Well, I feel so inspired by your healing journey and your life. I am deeply inspired by both of you." And I think that really sums it up. Diara writes, I love how you both work together. And Eleanor Troy says, Antoinette, look how much you're glowing from the inside out. And Carol Craig writes, Antoinette, you look amazing. People are saying you rock, and so on and so forth. So a lot of love coming in for you. And DR said earlier that oh, yeah, it's beautiful how the villages share. If you ever watched the Spirit of Ubuntu film, and if you haven't watched it yet, please go watch it. We'll put the link into the chat box. It's so much fun when they first arrive at these schools and all the kids are lined up and they're all cheering and they're all excited because it's like for them, it's like these amazing rock stars coming into their village in Africa. And then Pato and Antoinette make music with them, and these kids get to play and make music with them. It's just so beautiful. Absolutely amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. You know, when Pato did that show in Burundi, I mean, they never seen a live band. You know, it's like when they were all standing there, like, what is going on here? Like, they came from, it wasn't even one village. It was like villages all came out there and they were just standing there in amazement. And half of the crowd couldn't dance because they're not allowed to. And the other half was like, I don't care. We're going to dance anyway. You know,
they're not allowed to dance.
Well, apparently there's the cultural tradition that if you're dancing to the devil and it's a
No,
spiritual
it's not
thing or
cultural.
whatever.
It's not a cultural tradition. There's a Christian denomination there that prevents them from dancing to music.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And you should have seen them, like they really wanted to dance. They had to wait until it turns dark.
Some of the members at the church were in the crowd watching to see who was dancing so they could report on them. But some of them said, to hell with it, we're dancing.
I'm gonna make sure I send everybody that video because you'll see it. You'll see everybody staying like this, and you see that I don't care. I don't care.
Wow. It just astonishes me that how could anybody that claims to be promoting a religion, let alone the religion of the Christ, forbid dancing?
It's a religion of fear, you know. Only fear stops people from being themselves and having fun, you know.
Wow. Ayada writes, how wonderful that you gave them back that gift of dancing. Grace Denise writes, this is so needed. Thank you so much for all that you're doing and bringing to the world. And Gaia on Maui, also appreciating you very, very much. Incredible.
So let me reel it back in.
Yes.
Because we have a lot to share.
A lot of guests. We've brought guests with us.
We've got a lot of guests.
Take it away. It's all yours.
So just for a quick update on the Mother Spirit before we start, is just to let everyone know that, you know, as students of the Urantia Book, which we believe is a revelation to the world, we embrace everybody's beliefs. We accept everyone for what they believe, and we encourage everyone to believe and to be the best in their belief. You know, if you're going to be spiritual, give it 100%, regardless of what we believe. We're all one spiritual family. But in relation to being a student of the Urantia Book, we are finding revelations and new truths that have never been revealed before. And we want to share them in a respectful way. And for those of you who can see some truth in it or embrace the idea, then it's a gift. For those of you who are not so much into that idea, then we respect that too. But it is the time for the rise of the feminine divine. It is that time now. And with that comes new information to substantiate everything around supporting the equality of masculine and feminine, not only on a divine spiritual level, but also on a material level. And we have been told that in the universe, since the ascension of Christ, that there has been a declaration of equality. Whereas before, the Holy Spirit or the Shekinah Spirit has been a force that is recognized as a feminine entity, it has also been kind of covered over without proper representation. Whereas the divine masculine always has physical representation, the feminine seems to work with nature on a spiritual level in the background. But now is for the time for us to elevate the presence of the Mother Spirit and educate people about who she is and what she does. Because the feminine attributes of divinity actually do more than the masculine attributes of divinity. Because the masculine attributes of divinity can only be in one place at one time. The feminine attributes of divinity are omnipresent. She's everywhere all the time. And that's why they say women are multitaskers. They can do 10 things all at the same time, where men kind of more focus on one thing at a time and get the squares and the lines and everything in order. Women seem to have this thing, and the Urantia Book teaches us that men are kind of more logical, but women are more spiritual. They have more intuition than men. And that women have actually been the spiritual leaders of humanity throughout history, but normally without getting the recognition for it. So now is the time for us to find that balance, not to take any away from our brothers who are spiritual, but now is the time for us to shine the light on our sisters who are spiritual, and to bring the spotlight on this amazing feminine entity that is actually our universal mother in this local universe. And that is what this project is about, exposing and shining a light on the divine Mother Spirit in our local universe, who is responsible for the breath of life, for nature, for intuition, for the spirit of courage, for the spirit of understanding, the spirit of worship, the spirit of wisdom. She has seven amazing spirits that are like wavelengths for us to tap into. But we're going to bring in the first video, okay, which outlines, in Antoinette's words and music, which outlines all of the things and attributes of the Mother Spirit.
As you're pulling that up, Pato, I want to let the audience know that. So back in the day, Pato, when he was telling me to make this my jam, it was back in 2012. Everybody thought the world was going to end. And he was sitting there saying, it's the rise of the divine feminine. And he wrote this long, beautiful dissertation about how women were going to rise into positions of power.
That was from the Mayan calendar.
Political and everything else. I was like, wow, this is very interesting. And now that I'm looking at it 14 years later, I've been seeing that happening just as he predicted and prophesied, even though it came from another prophecy, but he was always there, seeing it all the time. So go ahead, Pato.
All right, here we go. This first video is called I Am Mother Spirit, and these words are compiled from the Urantia Book in reference to the attributes of our mother, local universe, Mother Spirit.
I am your local universe, Mother Spirit. I am the feminine divine, the universe spirit, Shekinah, Shakti, the creative Mother Spirit, the divine minister, and the Holy Spirit. I am the giver of the breath of life. I am omnipresent in this universe, and you actually live in me. I am am a creative daughter of the infinite Mother Spirit. I am equal co-creator with your local universe creator Sun, and we have created you in our image. I am the spirit of Mother Earth and Mother Nature. I am the mystery of life, the vital energy spark, the essential factor of life plasm to the required revolutions of matter in accordance with the physical, chemical, and electrical specifications of your world. I am the cause of purposeful organic evolution and reproduction. I am the source of all life on your planet, vegetable, animal, and human. I am the inherent endowment of mammalian mother love, maternal instincts, and the bestower of mind, animal and human. I am personally maternal to all my children. Individually, I know you personally, and I understand you completely. I am the provider of the spirit of intuition, the spirit of understanding, the spirit of courage, the spirit of knowledge, the spirit of counsel, the spirit of worship, and the spirit of wisdom. I am the Holy Spirit, and I extend to you my fostering care and spiritual ministry as I work in harmony with the Spirit of Truth and your indwelling spirit to lead you ultimately to the loving embrace of our Heavenly Father.
All right.
That is, I love your videos. They're just all so filled with spirit and beautiful music, and your voice, Antoinette. I mean, you are like channeling the Divine Mother Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That was my first narration because Pato did the words of Christ. And then I don't know how he did that. And then took me forever to try to get this one down. You
Oh,
know,
no, it's beautiful.
yeah. Uh-huh. So now I think I'd like to go ahead and introduce our next guest that we have. That's since we have many guests tonight for the Mother Spirit Project. Her name is Grandmother Eshna Fleury. She's a peace ambassador of the Crow Creek Sioux tribe, also part of Four Worlds International. Now, as you can see in Scott's background, this is where we all came together in the Eighth Fire. So Grandmother Eshna, we were sitting there around the Eighth Fire. So she was there, and also Grandmother Elise Joan Henry. So as the day before, as we were heading into the Eighth Fire, we were talking about the rights of Divine Feminine and what we needed to do. So we were the ones who came together and decided Divine Mother's Love. And by a few months later, Divine Mother's Love was formed. So go ahead, Pato, share this. All right.
Greetings, everyone, all you humans who are actually Star Nation beings here on Earth. And my name is Eshna Fleury. I'm here to talk to you about Divine Mother's Love. I'm speaking to you from Colombia. This is a beautiful rural eco-village called Atitlan. and it's near the city of Popayan in the department of Cauca in Colombia. They don't call the states by that name, they're called departments here. And it's a beautiful oasis place. And the people who are here have actually, like all of us who are listening here, dedicated their whole lives and missions to the awakening of these times. And Divine Mother's love was founded off an inspiration that came to me 2 years ago in Omaha, Nebraska. And it was so inspiring that we formed Divine Mother's Love organization inside of 2 months, and we were putting on ceremonies. By December, we started in late October, and by December we were already having impact and some ceremonies. So what I want to really emphasize is the truth of our being, because this is what we are awakening to. And this process right now is extremely challenging because the energies of the cosmos are so strong. Brother Sun has been sending so many waves of energy, and the planets are lining up in such powerful alignments, and our Earth herself is undergoing dramatic change. So of course, our physicality is being changed, and then everything about our nature, because our planet, our Gaia Mother, is multidimensional. And of course, we, as multidimensional beings, are being affected in such profound ways. And the heart being the center of our capacity to love and to receive the inspirations of love, the wisdom, the incredible, insightful wisdom that comes from love, and not only the inspirations, but the courage to act and to speak up and to be willing to change and be changed. And this interface, there's an interface right now between our egoic selves and who we've thought we were all along, and our physicality, because we've objectified our bodies and not realized the holy vessel, the holy temples in which we live, which are radiance of pure light and radiance of pure emergence. So it takes many initiations and time to slowly be wooed and surrender to all of the elements of how love impacts us. Love is impacting my very words, my very voice, bringing forth this beautiful oasis in which I am staying right now, impacting the way you listen, impacting every breath. So please invite more of the rapture, the light, the kindness, the compassion, and the incredible understanding of divine love, so that it can grow within you, within your families, and work its synchronistic quantum magic, because that's what's happening to our lives right now. Oh, we're being so impacted by our quantum nature. So let's let it shine. Let's let ourselves shine. Just shine, love, be joy, and love one another. Cherish one another. Cherish our earth, and be brave to change. And love evermore deeply. Thank you.
So that was Grandmother Eshna. And now I'd like to bring up Grandmother Elise Joan Henry. But she's now, Eshna is currently in Colombia right now with the Womb Keepers, so they're doing some amazing work with the Indigenous women down in South America. And now go ahead and Pato play the one for Elise Joan Henry.
The power, the maternal power that exists in all things is core and critical to the comprehension of the mother spirit. It's nobody doesn't have a mother. In fact, we all have two. The mother whose body we come through and Mother Earth. And then her manifestations are, her nurturance is endless. And her manifestations are in everything all around us. So the most common, that's where we want to go. The most common of these expressions, these elements, which every living being shares, is what in Chalagi, in Cherokee, we call ama, or water. In Spanish, agua. There are a million words for water. It's funny how so many are the same, but nothing lives without water. Nothing exists without water. Even at the tiniest microcosm, there are elements of H2O molecules in things that you can't even begin to think of that have water. They are there because that's our common ground with the mother, and that very existence teaches us flow, how we move in the world, how we make the world a sacred place through making ourselves, restoring our innate sacredness through the acknowledgement of water in our bodies, and sharing that water with everything around us. As soon as we are talking about flow, I don't know if people realize the power and the value of artistic expression and how that is fundamentally the core of artistic expression. It has its roots in spirituality. That's where it comes from. Right? The spirit expresses itself in the abstract. Abstract. That's a funny English word. I don't know if that's the word I want. But it expresses it. That may happen sometimes. I just have to dump the English for Chalagi. But this expression, this flow, this way of being, we find whether we are cooking, whether we are cleaning, whether we are painting, whether we are singing, whether we are dancing, whether we are sewing, no matter what it is we are doing, it's that expression of flow that the creativity rides on, like that. And that flow, that way of being, is the way that we smooth the path in the world. We make it, peace exists because of our ability to function and move and live and breathe in the flow that exists throughout the mother. And that is where the mother spirit is so significant for not only our women to nourish and raise up and move with, but also the feminine aspects of our men. That's not a negative thing at all, because hello, you had a mother, you've got both. Everybody's got both. And that sense of taking care of things, that sense of looking after things, that sense of caring for yourself, that's the beginning of that. And when you are doing that, then you have the power and the facility to do so with others. So most easily, and I have a minor bias because this is what I do in life, is most easily that is done through singing. Things we do together create greater flow. Just like a trickle out of your faucet or your well is greater when the waterfall goes, when you bring it together. So our being together to bring this mother spirit together in this way, to bring forth that powerful nurturance and care for our Mother Earth, starting with the aspect that is ourselves, is the reason that certainly from my point of view, is the reason that the common space that Ejna and Antoinette and I and Carmen from Konidapoa and Pookie from Hawaii, it's the place we all came together, because we come from different traditions and different ways of being and speak different languages, but we are all women working in the flow because we don't know another way to be. And if we can spread that, we can share that, we will change what happens on this earth, whether it's through the way we speak, but mostly through the way or what we do, or the way in which we share. Shuna, that's all the candy I got right now, Antoinette.
You have so much. And I really love you because, if it hadn't been, Joan, she's been helping me. I'm like, these crystals, she's the one who helped me with these crystals, helping me to let go of the crystals. So all you ladies who've been getting crystals in Africa, you can thank Joan for that, because I was a crystal hoarder. Until she was sitting there saying, things were meant to be. So I've been learning a lot about talking to the birds. I'm still talking to them. I don't know what they're saying yet, but I'm still talking to the birds. I'm talking to the water. I'm talking to the crystals. I'm still learning. And I really love the 22 Women's Prayers, because if anybody's ever seen them or been in it, it's really, 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 really transforming. So thank you so much for that. I love you. All right, Pato, you're supposed to introduce this video.
All right, this is the Mother Spirit video. It's called Mother Spirit Living Water, and this is the first video associated with the Mother Spirit project. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Hold on a second. You didn't tell them why we did this.
Come on then.
All right. So last year when we was in Africa, we were doing a Urantia conference, and I presented the other video that you guys just saw. And then the guys was looking at me crazy, like, what is all that? Like I totally confused them. And then I realized, I was like, all right, if I'm going to try to bring, like, how are we going to share this concept with people in Africa in local language and everything else that they can kind of understand and resonate with, because I really want, to bring how this project and how music and transformation and through education and spirituality can transform. So that's the reason why I made this video specifically for them in Uganda.
Greetings to all my brothers and sisters all over this world. We'd like to dedicate this song to our local universe Mother Spirit, the co-creator and equal partner of our sovereign ruler Christ Michael. Some know her as the Holy Spirit or the Shekinah. Today we recognize her as our Divine Mother, who nurtures us, strengthens us, and gives us life. Her spirit is never far away because we live within her. So let's feel her presence together.
Omoyo amukamatura muraitwe. Omoyo amamatuereza omwicho. Aretere mitima ya itukuumurizibwa kandi yaereze mitima ya itobuzinge. Oh. abatamanya kaila hati twaina maizi gamagara amaizi gamagara living water flowing in me you set me free deep inside I now abide make me whole and fill my soul step by step I rise again held in love I live amen amen
All right. All right. That was Mother Spirit Living Water. All right. So
Hang
now,
on, I just wanted to take a moment. It's so cool to see a new Antoinette and Pato video. And all of your videos are so beautiful, going all the way back to the first one, I think was your Martin Luther King, which I always brings tears. But this is a wonderful new video. And I love that we get to see the kids with you and we get to see you getting your groove on there, Antoinette. So I just want to acknowledge how happy I always am to have a new Pato and Antoinette video to watch. Thank you.
thank you, Scott. We're going to get back into our creative side of things, so that's part of the creative Mother Spirit. All right, Pato. So, we going into our next guest, which is, I believe, Anne.
Yes.
All right. So this next segment is part of the other women that we're working with in Ubuntu. So I'm introducing, no, it's Alina.
Alina.
Alina from Uganda. All right. So go ahead. Let's take it away.
Alina is the Ubuntu International African
African
Coordinator.
coordinator. Yes, she's coordinating everybody in Africa right now. All right. Let me introduce Alina. So this is Alina. I can't pronounce her last name. I'm practicing. I'm still learning it. But she is an amazing woman. She is the African Ubuntu coordinator for all of Africa, but she's also head of the women's empowerment in Uganda. And she also wrote a book called The Killing of the Queen. I mean, like her voice and like just trying for women's empowerment and everything else like that in Africa. I mean, is really amazing, like watching the work that you do and how you've been working with all these women and supporting us and stuff like that. It's truly amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor. All right. Let me move myself out the way. All right.
Okay, thank you everybody for coming to the Mother Spirit launch today. I want to thank all of you for making it here tonight, and specifically I want to talk about this launch, the Mother Spirit launch, because I think we are talking about it, like we are seeing these dances and the actions, and we'll see a lot of the work that's been happening, but what's the Mother Spirit? Like, what am I supposed to take home when I come here if I've never been here? So the UB is the one that sheds a lot of light on what the Mother Spirit is. But I would like to say that even from my African culture and from different cultures of Africa where I have been, where I've been taught, the Mother Spirit is known. She may be called other names. They call her the divine feminine. They call her mama. They call her all types of names. But when you read the UB, you see the exact description of what you've had from the cultures, especially here in Africa. So we believe, people who read the Urantia Book believe that we know God exists in the Trinity, and the Mother Spirit is our local universe spirit. Our local universe, Mother Spirit, is part of the God. So it's Christ and it's the Mother Spirit. So when we pray to Christ, we also pray to the Mother Spirit. So making this launch about the Mother Spirit should not forget to tell the people the truth of what we all know about the Mother Spirit according to the UB. So if you may be here and you don't believe the UB, or you don't read it, or you don't want to hear about it, This is the truth. This is the truth and the inspiration behind this project and this launch. And now, when we come back here to Africa, where I have most of my interest, women from Africa have suffered decades of oppression, decades of marginalization, and still are suffering a lot of oppression, basically from our own men, from our families, from the society, from the community. And it is happening at a rampant stage where the women have started to speak up about it. In the past, they would speak in hushed tones. They don't want people to hear when they speak about it. But these days, you'll meet a lot of women who are able to speak about it. And may I say that's the beginning. So we are talking about healing the women of Africa, healing the women in the diaspora, who have been through years of trauma and years of oppression and marginalization. And what Antoinette has been doing through her projects in Africa is to empower most of these women. She has led projects in skilling of these women. These women are doing tailoring. They are learning how to plant vegetables through permaculture. They are also learning how to make pads for proper and good menstrual health. And they are also learning to speak up, to be able to come out in the public and speak, make the case for themselves, because like the women here have always thought like people have to speak for us, whatever we feel, whatever we want, someone must speak for us. But she's been encouraging a lot of these women to speak up for themselves. And now, when we study about the mother spirit, we learn that the mother spirit is that small voice inside that helps you, that comforts, that nurtures, that's the spirit that gives you sanity, that gives you the confidence without so much noise. Like, this is what the mother spirit is about. Now, we want to relate that mother spirit with the female part of creation, because the presence of the mother spirit as part of the Trinity tells us that we were always there from the beginning. If she was there from the beginning, before the creation, that means we were always there. We here on the local universe represent her wherever she is. We represent her because it is telling us that we were never forgotten. We've always been around and we will always be around. So we should emulate the mother spirit in our ways, in how we talk, in how we treat others, in how we raise children, in how we raise the boys. We should emulate the mother spirit. And this is what the mother spirit will do for us. If we recognize her and emulate her, she will save us. She indeed will save us from our oppression, from the marginalization, and she'll bring about the balance that we've always wanted. So tonight, as we come together in this Mother Spirit project launch, let us remember that the Mother Spirit is here on the local universe for the women, for the men, for the children, and for everyone. She is not just here for the women, she's here for every being. When we pray, let us remember her. Let us remember to pray to her. Let us remember to mention her, because she really listens and she cares. And when we have girls and women in our homes, wherever we have them, let us give them the respect, the protection, just the same way we would do if God presented himself here and he was a woman. So I want to specifically thank Antoinette for this project and to encourage other women around the world to join this Mother Spirit movement and to learn more of the message, because there's a lot of message embedded in this big heading of the Mother Spirit. The more you learn about it, the more you know who you are, the more you learn about it, the more you get like liberated, because there's a lot of things that women must be liberated from, and they can only happen if we acquire enough wisdom to make sure that we are living our lives according to the direction of the Mother Spirit who lives within us, who lives within each one of us. Thank you so much. May God bless you. And I wish everybody a good stay at this.
That was Alina. So now I want
to come in for a moment. She is powerful, really powerful. I mean, so clear. And again, for those of us that don't really understand what's going on in Africa, just listening to her speak is a reminder of the incredibly unhealthy, male-oriented patriarchy that clearly the work you're doing is helping to, I don't want to say combat, but to equalize, to balance out. Um, yeah, that really touched me on several levels as she was talking. It's like, oh my God, there's still so much unhealthy patriarchy that you guys are coping with over there.
There's a lot of femicide that happens in Uganda. And, during the recent elections, there was a lot of violence. And, when you're an outspoken person like she is, you could end up missing, and she had a very powerful voice on the radio, and she did run for president and stuff, but but she didn't have enough funding, to get herself onto the ballot, but there was a lot of support for her. But when you watch like the people who are being progressive and they don't like these progressive women, you know what I'm saying? It's like, trust me, every time I go over there, when they see me coming, these guys want and this is when I get into my testosterone mode because I'm like, listen, I'm not from here. I'm not going to tolerate none of that, So, and back when I used to drop the F bomb all the time, I used to do that in Nigeria and other places. I was like, F you and you and you and you too. And these guys would just lose it because I wasn't afraid of them, you
Yeah.
know? But honestly, I probably should have been afraid of them because these guys are violent, you
I
know?
I want to I have a question for you, and I want to read just a couple quick comments from our audience because I love to include them. Ayada writes, "It always blows my mind how alive and vibrant African people are, even through all the oppression that they have endured. I hold the vision of a free, healthy, and happy Africa for all." And absolutely, I think that really sums up how so many of us are feeling. And my question for you, I heard you use a word that maybe some of our people aren't familiar with, femicide.
Mhm.
Tell us a little bit about your understanding of femicide, especially as it's happening in Africa.
Well, it's the murder of women, and some of the things that we've heard was like a woman gets killed, they know who did it, but they could pay off the cops a little bit of money and then not be charged. And then so the women are not believed. That's another problem. And then, a lot of the women have told me this, like they're not allowed to speak. They're not allowed to share their opinion. They're not allowed to share their voices. They're only supposed to, just do what they're told, So um, when I kept pushing for them to speak, I think they were just like, really, you want me to speak? And I'm like, of course, why not? Why wouldn't I want to hear from you? But for them, it took so long. I mean, literally, Nikki and Nakisha, they've been in these meetings with them, and they could tell you how shy and how long it took for them to just start to be able to open up, just to be able to share something. It's like nobody's ever put that kind of power in their hands before,
Wow.
and that's why, like, watching, you're going to sit there and watch more of these women speaking. You're going to also see like the transformation, because you're going to see the before and the after of some of the transformation of these women. And even if we can't get everybody, just the fact that if you can touch one woman and change her, look at how many other women are going to become impacted.
Wow. Thank you. And thank you for bringing these powerful voices to us. I'm so grateful.
Hmm. All right. So I guess the next one is it Rita Pato? All right, so the next young girl, I believe, is Rita. All right, so this is Rita. This is one of our young women. She's also a young student of the Urantia Book as well, too. When I first met her, and she was just this quiet young girl, but now tell everybody, everything has happened ever since that time you came up to me and said, I want to do this. All right, go for it. This is Rita.
Okay, thank you very much. I just call her Mommy Antoinette, and everyone that have managed to make it for this launch of Mother Spirit. I'm really so excited and happy for everyone, and I want to appreciate you for the energy, for your time. Thank you for making it. So I'm going to speak about the Tell Somebody program. It has been a program that was introduced to Uganda last year, and we want to first appreciate the author of the book. It was wrote by Madame Alicia. I don't know if she's here, but we salute you, Madame. And this program or this book, she wrote it when she was passing through a lot. She was being abused sexually, and she never had someone to tell, because if she told like a mom, she wasn't heard or she wasn't listened to. But she had to say, let me take this message to the world. You never know, it can help some people. So we embraced the message and embraced the program. We first launched it to Cavalry for the Grace Villa girls. It was so amazing. The girls loved the program. So we even had some girls testifying, telling us that they have been suffering or passing through such a trauma, and they thanked us for the program, because we had to tell them that they had to know that they have to respect their body parts, that their bodies have more importance, and they have to value it. So we told them that there has to be that respect for their bodies, and much more. We had to tell the parents of the kids that there should be that relationship between the parents and the children, because when we grow up or when we raise our children, telling them how value their parts are, it is going to help the world or the young generation that is raising up to understand that if they are being abused, if they are passing through a certain thing, that they have someone to share with, right? Let us say it is a parent or a mother or a father or a guardian, whoever you're staying with. So if we build up that relationship between a guardian or a parent with children, it was going to help them to always speak to them, always tell you that they're passing through such. So we want to thank Mami Antoinette, who has helped me and Emanuela to come up and build that confidence. Because I remember when I met her, I was that very little girl who was a little bit shy. I couldn't speak a lot or that confident in the public, but ever since she empowered me and she brought me on board to always meet different people, I've gained confidence, and I can speak to millions of people, and I cannot take that for granted. I want to even thank her, because now I've been able to lead very many women in Mbara, and other children or other people in Mbara that I'm leading. It has been a great opportunity and a great experience, and I promise you that I'm going to do my best as I continue to perfect what I have been told to do or what I have been meant to do in that program. So thank you very much. I call upon everyone to join us for the launch, join us for the campaigns, join us for this movement of Mother Spirit. We love you. Thank you so much.
So she is, and you know, it's amazing because, like I said, when I first met her, she was just one of the students, and we were going somewhere, and her brother had gone, and she was coming to me, and I was like, listen, you got to learn how to be able to speak up. Not only did we train her, she's teaching other women English, and we trained her how to do the reusable pads. And we also trained her in nutrition, and we trained her in permaculture. So now she has like trauma support, sexual abuse support, all these different things that now she's a teacher and is establishing her own CBO. The work that her and Emanuela were doing, because they're young girls, as they're doing the Tell Somebody program, they basically made it their own. The nutrition is basically, coming out with a cookbook called Food from the Motherland. They have this technique where they sit there and take leaves from cassava leaves or other pumpkin leaves and other stuff. And people didn't actually realize, but you can actually cook that stuff and turn it into a nutritious value, and help yourself. The protein is amazing. We're like wasting all kinds of food, and there's all kinds of food that you can learn. What is a CBO? It's called a community-based organization. Thank you, George, for asking that. So she's basically, I'm training these women to start up their own nonprofit and their own organizations, because what I realized why the women weren't getting a lot of support was that they actually don't have their own organization like how I have my own. I'm like, listen, the whole thing that I told them, I'm like, we're giving money to all these guys, but it's like, why aren't the women speaking up on the needs that they have? That's why I needed them to speak up. I need a female counterpart in every organization in Africa. There needs to be a woman as a head that can speak up for the needs that these women actually need. All right. So Pato, are we on to the next video now? Are we introducing the next video?
Roho ya mama iko hapa ndani yetu sote, alishuka kutoka juu kutukuta pale tulipo. Mili yetu ni ya dunia, lakini pumzi ni ya uzima. Leo tunakumbuka sisi ni nani. Sisi ni nani? Sisi ni nani? Kutoka juu mama umba kwa upendo, anafanya kazi pamoja na mwana, huleta nuru nyota ya asubuhi, inang'aa milele. Mother Spirit, breath of life, living in us day and night. You are the water, you are the flame, we rise in love when we call your name. Mother Spirit, breathe in me, wake my soul so I can see. You are the truth, the living light, guiding my heart to what is right. Wanashuka hadi duniani hatua kwa hatua, wanatuinua maisha wanza kwa udongo, lakini roho utupa mwongozo, tupa mwongozo, tupa mwongozo. Mother Spirit, breath of life, living in us day and night. You are the water, you are the flame, we rise in love when we call your name. Mother Spirit, breathe in me, wake my soul so I can see. You are the truth, the living light, guiding my heart to what is right. Guiding my heart to what is right, guiding my heart to what is right. Mwili wetu kutoka dini lakini ndani, mwili wetu kutoka dini lakini ndani, mwili wetu kutoka dini lakini ndani. Kuna siri kuu, roho ya mama anaishi ndani, anatungoza kwa nuru yake, 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 kwa nuru yake.
Awesome. All right. So
I want to read a couple of the comments coming in because our audience is just loving this. Eleanor Joy writes, "This is another awesome program, Scott. So uplifting and inspiring. And despite some of the horror stories, Antoinette and Pato are incredibly awesome and inspirational." And Carol Craig made a good point. She says, "Notice how clean the kids keep those sneakers. The pride in keeping shoes spotless despite the red earth is very important to them." And I thought that was a really beautiful point. And of course, lots of just comments on watching the enthusiasm of these kids dancing. So thank you. These videos are fantastic.
Oh, Carol, so a couple to answer your question. People do not understand. These kids come from the largest slums in Kenya. It's called Kibera. There's over 1 million people living there. And in these slums, there's no running water. There's no toilets. There's no showers. There's none of that stuff.
No electricity.
No electricity. They got to go and get those yellow jerry cans. They got to go far, however far they got to go and get it. And then they got to go and buy the water. So if the government's not getting out water, that's one of the things when I introduce the next guest about what she does. It's like really amazing. Those kids come from 3 different organizations. It was actually 100 different dancers, but I couldn't support all of them. So I said, all right, you guys are going to have to pick your 5, and make them come together. And then this is a way I could support all 3 organizations, with the 3 teachers and everything. So they came up. So it's 3 different choreographers of the 3 different organizations, and they're teaching the kids how to dance. And not only did and the thing with this music and this song, why they love the Mother Spirit Project so much is they take this song out into the slums. We had just learned that there's been over 20,000 girls that went missing and found dead because some of their organs were missing, and they're taking them from Kibera. They take them from the poor areas. They take them from the slums. They take them from the reservations. They take them from all over any poor area. They're always going to take young girls, and do this. So what they've been doing was they took the organizations, they take the song, they take the dancing, they march down the street with the Mother Spirit Project. They gave out flyers and they're teaching the kids, don't walk alone. Never travel by yourself. If someone tries to touch you, somebody tries to grab you, and this is what they'll do is because somebody will offer them some money, offer a soda or offer whatever. And next thing you know, they're snatching these kids up. So we're teaching them like protection and safety. And then also with the dancers, I didn't like what the kids were dancing to, twerking and well, everybody's going to twerk, but the music was so degrading towards women, and talking about sex, drugs, and rock and roll or whatever. I'm like, what if they had something that was positive? Now those songs, all of the kids are singing it from one end of Kenya to the other end of Kenya, all the way down into Uganda. I'm like, what? They're making the songs a hit. And they're educating everybody else, that we can sing about Mother Spirit. We can sing about positivity. Go ahead, Pato.
Next one.
Yes. So now I'm going to go ahead and introduce Anne. She's the head of the women's. Yeah, I think I did an introduction for her. So go ahead and play that one, Pato.
There you go.
All right. I want to welcome onto the stage now Anne Okello. This woman is absolutely amazing. She's the head of the Women's Empowerment for Kenya and also has a major hub with Ubuntu. And her women's empowerment, her story is just absolutely amazing, and the work that she does as well, too. So please take it away, Anne.
Good evening, good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here today on the launch of the Mother Spirit Project. To me, as a person, the Mother Spirit Project speaks to me personally and spiritually. I take it as my spiritual guide. And as someone who is working with women, youths, and children in schools, I take Mother Spirit from the angle of sustainability, that without the Mother Spirit and looking at it keenly, the sustainability angle is doomed. From the African concept and African context, women are seen as slaves. Women are bare minimum, not recognized at all. But Mother Spirit gives us the space to shine. Mother Spirit gives us space to have a voice and to see, to act, and to change the role. It is now elevating us to be self-sustaining. My project that I'm working on is called Sustainable Innovations, and it blends well with the Mother Spirit because we are educating women to be self-sustaining, that we don't have to wait for the man for our life to go on. We can move, we can take the lead, and we can hold everything accountable and cut it off. We are relieving our husbands, our men in the community of the unnecessary burden by holding everything. A woman taught how to raise the chicken, having eggs, vegetables. When the husband doesn't have anything, the family can still feed. These are the role we were denied, that we have to wait to be given permission to. We have to ask. We have to be super, very low. But now with the introduction of the Mother Spirit and the sustainability model, the women have the role, the women have the voice, and that is what we need to conquer the world. We are on the verge of flipping in the coin and making sure that the women's voices are heard all over the world. In the communities that I work, there's very simple innovations that changes the lives, changes the narratives. The people I serve are really, really, really poor. The women, the children are on the verge, and I serve widows mostly. Widows don't even have a voice, but when you bring them together, the togetherness gives them the voice, give them the strength to face the challenges they are facing every day. We are working with children as change agents because these children are from these single mothers. We train them on how to produce food. The same children take the message home on agriculture, on climate smart agriculture, on permaculture. They teach their parents. Their parents now start spreading the message because that is now going to be source of their income, nutrition taken care of, school fee paid. Now they don't have to depend on anyone. From that angle, the children are being the mantle bearer, showing the direction. We have flipped the coin. So from this angle of mother spirit, we are really having a revolution. And I'm asking everyone here, please join this journey. It is not just here in Africa. The fire is on. Let's light one another's candle and let us change the world. Let the woman take the lead. The time is now. There's no other better moment to take this action and change the narrative where women take the lead. Mothers always have special space, special love, special way of handling things. Let us support the team. Let us join hands and let us make the world a better place where women thrive without restriction.
Thank you so much, Anne. That is just absolutely amazing. So quickly, now that was Anne Okello. So she's actually with her women, she works with a lot of widows and children and everything on the other side of Kenya. But she's also, her and Bilia, who are working and growing food, they're selling it to our people over in Nairobi in the slums. So I want to go ahead and introduce Carol from Agape Center, who's running all those dance groups together. So I put her in charge there. This is Caroline from Agape.
Hi everyone, my name is Caroline Adhiambo from Kibera and Agape for Kibera. So today it is such a wonderful day as we are launching Mother Spirit Project. We have really waited for this day and it has come. So Mother Spirit has really helped us a lot in our community by uniting 3 organizations working together, which it has been a great help on us. We are reaching many people in our community by uniting people through making sure that these 3 organizations in Kibera are working together. In our project, we work with girls, teenage girls, by giving them sanitary towels and also teaching them on how they can express themselves in any situation that they are in. Recently, we had 2 girls that were raped. One was raped by the uncle and the other one was raped by the mom's boyfriend. So we didn't know how to manage this situation here. But immediately we were taught on how to tell somebody, and we were taught, and then we went and expressed this. We went and teach the girls about tell somebody, and it really helped us a lot. The girls were opening up, and we got a lot of stories and a lot of situations that we did not even know, and we used to stay with the girls. So it has really helped us a lot in our community. And also we are working with the young mothers in our community who gave birth at the early age by making sure that they are safe and also teaching them a lot of things that may help them in future, and also to express themselves. And when something is wrong or someone is abusing them, they can also stand up and say this is wrong and this is right. So Mother Spirit Project has really helped us a lot and brought a big impact in our community. And we will be launching a Mother Spirit Project in our community 1st June. And it is such an amazing event that will be happening here in Kenya, in Kibera, because a lot of people did not know what is Mother Spirit. And as we started spreading the rumors of Mother Spirit in our community, everyone is interested and everyone wants to know what is Mother Spirit. So we will be having flyers that will be giving around our community that has information about Mother Spirit in our community. So we will reach a lot of, we are planning to reach like 1,000 people in our community to teach them about Mother Spirit project. And also we are so happy to work with Antoinette because the great impact that she has helped us with is to work with other people in our community. Like now we used to work as Agape, but Antoinette introduced us to 2 more organizations. So we are reaching a lot of people, and we are located in different areas. So we are reaching a lot of people in our community. Thank you a lot.
So Rose also works with Carol in Agape. So Rose, she's also in the video that you guys saw. She was talking to the girls about tell somebody and about, what to do in safety and protection. Go ahead, Rose.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rose Akot. I'm a teacher and a volunteer at Agape for Kibera, and I really love working with the children. And this Mother Project Spirit, I'm happy to see that we are all here together and all women are here together. It's something that brings so much joy because at first, when Antoinette was introducing this, I was so shy. Actually, I've had so many people who are shy. I'm happy to know that I wasn't alone. Speaking, it's not that easy because I'm happy to see so many different faces. And at Agape Hope for Kibera, we are running different projects whereby we support children with food, whereby they eat breakfast and lunch there. And then, and apart also from that, they are getting knowledge whereby when you come to Kibera is very big. It has over 1 million people, whereby these children are coming from very bad poverty, and growing up in Kibera, it's not easy. I can tell you that it's not easy growing up in Kibera. Everyone who has grown up in Kibera has a story to tell. And when the project came whereby you tell somebody, I was so happy to share with these children whereby we are teaching them as young as they are. They know they'll have that confidence to speak out because bad things have happened to most of us here, whereby we didn't have that confidence. Well, we didn't have anyone we can tell what we are going through. But right now, the younger children here, they know that they can tell somebody about whatever they are going through. Because when you come there, the children have gone through so much pain. You can even see them. A child can speak with you. A child could even start crying, whereby they don't know how to express. But through this project of Tell Somebody, right now we are teaching them to gain that confidence, whereby they can even speak even about themselves. They can speak out, whereby if somebody doesn't listen, somebody else can listen. So Antoinette, just know that we are really, really grateful. When we met you at first, I was shy. I didn't know what to say. You came, gave us that confidence. You were like, Rose, you can do it. You just gave me a paper and told me, Rose, read it out. Honestly speaking, I was shy, but thank you so much for giving me that confidence. And here I'm speaking, and I'm happy to meet so many people. And I'm happy that we are going to launch the project on that 1st of June. And it's a good thing that we are going to spread the message to all other people so that they can also learn that women can be empowered, women can speak out. Because it's what I really, all of us have been speaking, I've realized that we've all gone through so much. It doesn't matter whether you're from Kenya, Uganda, Cameroon, or everywhere, but we all have a story to tell. And it brings so much joy knowing that we can all be together and speak out. And also, I hope and pray that this thing is going to grow. It's going to grow, and we are going to impact so many other people. So thank you so much, and bye, everyone.
Thank you so much, Rose. And
Antoinette, and also to add on that, spreading the rumors of Mother Spirit made us to, we had girls that finished their secondary school and they did not have anything to do. So when we were working with the Ubuntu and Mother Spirit flyers, we managed to get a scholarship for 10 girls in our community that will be going for courses. They will be taken to courses to do a course that they want that will help them in future. So thank you a lot, because Mother Spirit has really brought a big impact in our community.
Thank you so much. And it's funny because let me bring Anne up here. This is so funny. So when I was in Kenya, I had them come visit me at my hotel. And I had them, do a spa. I was like, listen, this is what I got to do for self-care. We need a spa day. I was like, I'm introducing you ladies to the sauna. And Carol goes, what is this? The sauna? She's like, I'm feeling hot, but I'm feeling good, And and when Rose came and I ordered some fruit and she was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "This is a blueberry," introducing to some things that they had never seen or experienced or tried. It was like the cutest, funnest experience ever. And then Anne was just laying in the pool. And I was like, "Listen, you ladies work so hard. You have to understand what self-care is like. This is the reason why I'm still alive. If I did not learn about self-love and self-care, I would be gone already. And you ladies work so hard, and that's why I want you ladies to sit there." And I told them, because I said, if I send you money, you always take care of everybody else, but you never take care of yourself. You will never go and take yourself to the sauna. So I'm like, we're going to the sauna so that way you can experience it and know it. This is what you want to work towards, because the more that you do the self-care is the more that you're going to be able to help everybody else so much more. And you ladies are so selfless. Go Kenya, awesome. I love you ladies so much.
All
All
right.
right. So who's next? We got them coming.
I'm going to read another comment real
Go
quickly.
ahead.
Katrina writes, "I am so moved by the work that Antoinette and Pato are doing to empower these women in communities, empowering the divine feminine and supporting their reconnection with Mother Earth in ways that build vital community resources. It's so uplifting to witness and a privilege to be able to support this work." And Carol Craig has put into the chat box about the school that she's worked with in Nairobi. So anyway, I just want to acknowledge again, so many people in our chat box are so inspired by what you're doing. And thank you for taking those women to the sauna. The sauna.
That's right. That's right. And Anna's going to be building one, in her work area where they're doing all their permaculture and everything else like that, because I told her, it's like, if they're going to work really hard, they can work hard, play hard, all in together. It is wellness and retreating and everything else. That's why it ties in so much with what we're doing here as well as over there.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like to introduce, I guess the next video. Is it the next video, Pato?
It's the next video.
All right. So the next video is the song is another song I did in Swahili, but these kids are the refugees in Naki Valley. So these kids are these refugees in Naki Valley. Not only are they artists, they're dancers, and they're also permaculture specialists. So go ahead, Pato. This is the Breath of Life. This one is the Mother Spirit. I guess we'll figure it out. We'll see.
All right, here we go.
Yes.
Breath of life.
Mother Spirit, breath of life. La 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 eh, eh. La 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 eh, eh, eh. Oh, 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 oh. Roho ya mama iko hapa ndani yetu sote, alishuka kutoka juu kutukuta pale tulipo. Miili yetu ni ya dunia, lakini pumzi ni ya uzima. Leo tunakumbuka sisi ni nani, sisi ni nani. La 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 la. Kwa upendo, anafanya kazi pamoja na mwana, huleta nuru nyota asubuhi, inang'aa milele. Mother Spirit, breath of life, living in us day and night. You are the water, you are the flame, we rise in love when we call your name. Mother Spirit, breathe in me, wake my soul so I can see. You are the truth, the living light, guiding my heart to what is right. You are the lighter, you are this right. You are in love when we call your name. Wanashuka de duniani, hatua kwa hatua wanatuinua. Maisha huanza kwa udongo, lakini roho hutupa mwongozo. Mother Spirit, breathing in, wake my soul so I can see. You are the truth, the living light, guiding my heart to what is right. You are the miser, you are the flame. We rise in love when we call your name. Mother Spirit, breathe in me, wake my soul so I can see. Lakini ndani kuna siri kuu. Roho ya mama anaishi ndani, anatuongoza kwa nuru yake. Mwili kutoka duniani, roho huleta uzima. Pumzi ya mama ndani yetu inatuinua kila siku. Kutoka juu hadi hapa, yuko nasi kila mali.
All right. So that girl, her name is Queenie, and she is the hardest working girl that I've ever seen in that refugee camp. She's like, when the guys, when we sent them down there to do permaculture training, all the guys were like kicking ball or, struggling, whatever. But the way she was just working that hoe and everything, because she likes to eat. And I remember when I took her to the zip line, remember Pato was like, she had like 3 plates of food. It was like, how does this girl, eat so much food? But I was like, she works really, really hard. So I realized it's like now that she's got her food, they're like, she's eating all the time. She's eating all the time because she's worked at garden. She's training. She's learning English. We got them some phones, so that way they can actually capture and work on their videos, So investing in all these young youths has been really, really like fulfilling for me, So speaking of youths, let me go ahead and just introduce. Oh, go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, there's a question. Where do people find the videos? Like so many of these videos are great. Is there a place where people can find them all?
Yes, they're right on the site. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the link on into the chat, and it's on the Mother Spirit site. And this is the part where it's the music and media page. And what I've done was I've taken videos and I've just put them all under the same sections.
Okay.
Let me see if this works. So go ahead and put this in the chat.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to read a couple more comments. Omoshar writes, "This song and the dancers brought me to tears. Such innocence, deeply touching." And for people watching on Facebook and YouTube who can't access our chat box, here it is. If you go to motherspiritproject.us and then /music-media. So I'm going to leave that up.
Into the YouTube channel too, actually, because I just created this YouTube channel, and it's also, you can use that. And you'll see we'll be constantly uploading more and more videos because they actually made a lot more, a lot more.
There's also the Ubuntu films that we've put on the Ubuntu YouTube. What's the name of that YouTube, Antoinette?
Ubuntu International. Oh yeah, let me put that one up there.
Ubuntu International on YouTube. All the documentaries, all the short movies we've made, are all on there too.
Do you ever sleep?
No.
I just can't imagine how you get all these things done.
It's a lot. But what I've tried to do also was, because it's a lot and we have so much footage. I was telling Pato, and I tried to put together a marketing team. I said, we have footage for eternity. There's so much footage. And it's like really funny behind the scenes stuff. The stuff that they're doing, very inspiring things. I mean, very heartwarming and touching things. So please subscribe to both of those YouTube channels, because you're just going to get like Ubuntu TV, Mother Spirit TV, all the things directly catered for this. It's just, we were so busy before, I never had everything together. That's why having this launch, and creating these things, it's like, all right, finally we can put things together and people can just kind of go and look there. I mean, run the playlist. run the playlist of performances or the talks or the different inspirational stories. If you watch the video and if you look on the GoFundMe for the Pad Project, if you watch that video that we made regarding Emanuela from the refugee center, it is so beautiful. And the way that she's talking in the end about like the love that she's felt because she hadn't known what love is for over 10 years because she's been living in a refugee settlement for over 10 years. You know, it's like that's kind of crazy for us to kind of think of until you get around some hope to somewhere else in your life. And now when you see her, her life has completely changed.
Wow. All right. So I want to take a moment to just slowly show people a couple of these websites. Mona Sass asked, where can people donate? So again, the main website for the Mother Spirit Project is motherspiritproject.us. Then if you click here, music and media, that's going to take you to some of the videos we just saw. And donate, boom, just click right here, upper right-hand corner. That takes you to the donate button. And I sure hope that some of you are donating. Please do. And then the other link that she just put up is their YouTube channel. So again, if you go to YouTube and just put in at Mother Spirit Project, I'm going to subscribe right now. And there you go. There's playlists. So that's where you're going to get all these beautiful videos. So there is the answer to your question, Katrina. Katrina, I think is going to show a little bit later the artwork that she bought from you at the Conscious Life Expo. Beautiful artwork as an example of how you support these kids is by supporting their artwork.
And that art piece was you wouldn't when I went to go see her back and remember Pato, we was recording with her and I asked her, she said that changed her life because she was cleaning houses in Kampala, you know, because the artist, you know, she didn't think that she was good enough as an artist and she just kind of gave it up. And I told her, I was like, but she said after Katrina had bought her painting, she's like, I think I can do this. And she decided her and the other girl are going to pursue and continue doing this. And she's a young girl. She's been living in the camp for over 10 years, half of her life as well. And her name is Esther. And it shows a young girl that she believes that women can sew Africa and put it back together.
On the screen. So Katrina's got it on the screen.
So yeah, there it is. I'm putting the spotlight on you, Katrina. Tell us a little bit about your experience of this artwork.
My experience, I thought I was moved to tears. I didn't even quite know why, but the more I learned about Esther and about this nonprofit organization and all the good that they're doing, my heart leapt out and said, this is such a special piece. And it needs to come home and it needs to be shared. And it's amazing that the money also goes to support Esther specifically. And then in the Ubuntu spirit goes to support all of these projects. It's just feels like such good energy and it's an exquisite piece. I mean, I look at the emotion on this woman's face. The way it's captured is stunning to me. The use of colors and textures in this piece, it just captured me. And then, of course, you can see the prayer in the way she's stitching up Africa here. So very, very heartfelt. Yeah, I'm I'm so grateful to have this. I enjoy collecting beautiful pieces. And then I've also, I plan on sharing it more.
Thank you, Katrina.
Yeah.
And I tell you, like I said, you know, we did it in the Ubuntu way. We took care of Esther. We took care of the other artists who created art for the Mother Spirit Project. And then we took care of the women for the PADS project, you know, so it's like everybody wins. And that's how everybody agreed that no matter who we support, everybody else gets supported as well, too. And that was how they wanted to do that in the spirit of Ubuntu.
Beautiful. And I also wanted to let people know I've created a digital master of this one. So if there are other people who are interested in getting a copy of this painting, it's possible we can reproduce it to raise more money for Ubuntu International and Mother Spirit. So however that works, it's up to Antoinette. But I just wanted to let you know that that possibility is there. So if you've fallen in love with this too, please let her know and we'll work it out.
Thank you so much. And that was really good because I didn't even think about that, about making prints, So you gave me the idea after I met you at the Conscious Life to actually make prints so that way we can make prints of everybody's art and everybody, whether they're posters or put them on different merch or other things. And we continue by supporting the Mother Spirit, introducing the Mother Spirit to everybody through the art, through the creatives, and through everything else. For the reproduction, yes, that's correct. Thank you so much for all the donations of you guys. I'm telling you, it's going to help so many people. If you watch that video about the pad project, you're going to be so moved by it. And one of my goals is, it's like there's 1 million people in Kibera. If we can get 1 million, half of those, get half of those are women pads, those reusable pads. Because if you guys watched that video that Pato did regarding the slums, it was so horrifying. And then same thing in the villages and also in the refugee settlements, that there's no place for this garbage and this trash. Reusable diapers and reusable pads is going to be the way to go for sustainability, to give these women dignity, to give them, a chance and opportunity, so that's going to be ongoing consistently.
All right.
All right, Pato. All right, so the Maya. All right, so we have 3 more guests to interview real quick. So Maya is a young girl from Nigeria that we had sponsored. I've known her since she was 10 years old. So go ahead, Pato. This is Maya.
I am very grateful for the fact for our leaders of all, the women who fought for women empowerment today. The fact that I'm able to go to school, get a job, be free, decide not to marry at this age. Certain kinds of things I'm enjoying, privileges I'm enjoying right now. I want to thank all the women that have made this possible. And I'm so happy that you guys are doing a lot of things for these people in Kenya and Uganda and at the camp, the Naki Valley camp. I'm sure there are other camps, but I'm so grateful that you guys are doing all this work. I am from Nigeria, and the discrimination against women has reduced by a lot. But I get it when you guys say a lot of things about these women from other parts of Africa. And now I understand why there is need to empower them. At first I was confused. I thought everywhere is like this, like everything is better now. But since we don't have much time, I'm just going to close it by saying I absolutely enjoyed and loved this meeting today. All the music videos, everything, and my Chinese version of the Mother Spirit video. The only thing stopping me is music, the studio. I need to sit there, I need to listen to the music, and I need to talk in harmony and rhythm with the music so everything comes out nice, right? Anyways, that's all I wanted to say.
So that was Maya. And now what I'd like to do is I'd like to introduce Nikisha on stage. So Maya had some health issues, and I put her in a group because I was like, girl, you're way too young to be taking medication since you was a baby, for the longest time. And she'd always been on medication, and she speaks fluent Chinese. And I was like, I'm not going to let this happen. So Nikisha is my sister here in California. She's my partner in Urantia Wellness. And on Urantia, she's a permaculture specialist. She's an herbalist. She's a mother. She's just like an awesome woman. And some of you guys may have met her when we was at the Conscious Life Expo. So please take it away, Nikisha. Nikisha.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Antoinette. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the introduction. I'm so grateful and honored to be here. I stand before you as a woman deeply committed to healing, sustainability, community, and justice through the wisdom of the earth. I am a herbalist. I'm a closed loop farmer. I'm a food preserver and a master composer. I'm a soloist as well. But more than titles, I am someone who believes that the land remembers how to care for us when we remember how to care for her. My work is rooted in the simple but powerful belief that we should reconnect with what nourishes us. I believe in eating what I grow, preserving what I harvest, composting what goes to the soil, and creating systems where nothing is it and everything has purpose. My farm animals, the plants, the soil, the water, and the people, we all connect. And growing practices, seed saving, composting, and food preservation. I strive to not only teach survival skills, but also cultural remembrance, wellness, self-sufficiency, and dignity. This is why the Mother Spirit Project is so meaningful to me. It creates the space for healing, empowerment, education, and reconnection, especially in communities that have too often been disconnected from land stewardship, holistic wellness, and food sovereignty. I believe that our ancestors understood the medicine of the soil, the healing of the plants, and the sacred responsibility of feeding one another. My goal is to help bring that knowledge forward into this modern community, this new life that we're living with practical, accessible, and empowering methods. I'm so grateful to be here and participate with Antoinette and Pato with every project and everything that we do. Growing food is an art, it's a science, and I just love giving back to the earth because I love how much she provides for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nikisha. And I've definitely got to show a picture of my grapes that she's got growing in my backyard. I mean, she said she was creating a food forest in my backyard, and I got like grapes and raspberries and lemons and figs and, all sorts of greatness. And I was like, if we could do this in California, and just like I'm learning from the permaculture specialists over in Africa, we can definitely replant this planet. All right. Thank you so much, Nakisha. You guys will see her soon on any of our Edentia Wellness events that we're going to be hosting. And I'd like to introduce my next girlfriend, Nikki Black. She's up in NorCal. There she is. She's been helping me. She has been donating her time, her money, her energy, her resources, everything to help me with my Ubuntu family so much and everything, been taking whatever time. And she's also an amazing singer. Her and I work together. We have a song called Freedom, which she kills it on. We were doing it over at Golden Gate Park and, quite a few other places because we're going to be in Sacramento coming up. So please take it away, Nikki Black. Mhm.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate the time. I just adored watching the videos again. I don't know what it does to me every time I watch them, but I know that it definitely inspired others. So thank you for sharing those in this podcast. I appreciate it. One of the most meaningful aspects that I get in my journey with Antoinette is just over the past few years, we've been involved with each other, and she's been tapping into my creative skills with my music and bringing me on stage. I will never, ever, ever, ever forget her putting me on stage. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but I was shy. And she would scoop me up to the microphone, like, come on now. And I just felt like that was the divine mother spirit in her projecting onto me. And it brought us into a great connection that I don't feel can ever be broken. And through music and through conscious community serving, she's allowed me to grow with her and share the commitment that she has with this group in Africa and the world, because eventually we are going to branch it out to the world. And I couldn't help but to participate and donate in regards to helping the young ladies be able to create reusable pads, being able to have sewing machines in their homes, and sharing how to sew with others, so that once there's 20 reusable pads, then there's 50 usable pads, and then 100, hoping that there'll be thousands eventually, right? And I feel like Antoinette has blessed them with these opportunities and has blessed us with the opportunity to share our way to help, just provide that motherly instinct that we get through our divine mother spirit within us. It's helped me dedicate myself to continuing to help her, as well as others as I walk past in my life, in my journey here in California. So just connecting with someone as beautiful as Antoinette and who treats others just like how she would want to be treated, who also has the same kind of mindset when I want people to stand up for themselves. She's got that hands down, and I'm so happy that I have her in my life. Now, the Divine Mother Spirit Project resonates deeply within me because it brings together many of the principles that guides our own life in music, compassion, personal growth, community building, and spiritual awareness. The belief that love is one of the most powerful forces for positive change. I actually create that kind of vision in all of my songs now. When I first started, when Antoinette was following the twerking world, not realizing I was lost. And she actually helped me grow into a more stronger woman with a more positive influence. So through podcasts, community outreaches, conversations within the women in Africa, creating music together and shared experiences has really helped me deepen my space that I want to share with others in the world. And I'm so encouraged and I feel very supported by her and empowered by her on all the journeys that she's provided to us. So as an artist, I've got an album coming out. It's my first album. I don't think I ever would have even thought of putting an album out if I wouldn't have crossed paths with Antoinette. She gives me the strength. She gives me the journey that I can foresee. And she's actually brings people together, sometimes not even knowing it, because I've met people that knew her that she didn't know, or I didn't know they knew her. So it's just actually been an awesome opportunity. So it's truly an honor to work alongside Antoinette. I'm so thankful that she continues to pull me along because it's easily able to get distracted in this world, the way things are happening. And I'm just so happy that we have her available to us. So thank you so much, Antoinette.
Thank you so much, Nikki. I mean, you've done such a like, everybody they love you, they're like Nikki, she's taught them so much and everything with the design Bibles and everything that you've been doing to just inspire them and encourage them, and they feel good like, there's other people outside that are thinking about them as well too. It's not just me that is facing them.
Yes,
That's why I
yes.
ask for more people. If you guys want to mentor, if you guys want to chat, if you guys want to jump in one of our meetings and just have something to say, something nice to say, it doesn't always have to be about money. Sometimes it could just jump on a Zoom,
Yes.
that with somebody, it can really change somebody's life.
You
Thank
taught me
you.
that so much. Thank you.
All right. Back to
I want
you,
to be,
Scott.
yeah,
Yes.
well, this is amazing. And I've got some comments to read, and then I have a special guest who wants to say hello to you. But some of the comments coming in from our chat box. Carol writes, "This show is off the charts tonight." And so many people appreciating the painting that Katrina showed. Um, Ayada writes, "It breaks my heart. It makes me so angry that the Western world has plundered Africa for a century or more, and that while the West thrives, African people are suffering profoundly in so many areas. It's time for the wealth to be equalized and properly distributed, and for all humans to live in both freedom and dignity." Absolutely. And Carol Craig added, "The people of Africa understand the secret of happiness is an inside job. They're full of grace and gratitude. I learned more about what's important in life from my friends in Africa than anywhere else on the planet." So thank you for that, Carol. Um, and uh, George talking about how much he misses being part of a community garden. So thank you, Nicole, for making that happen, because it's true. We really need to create more community gardens. And Carol writes, "Nicole, what a wonderful appreciation for Antoinette. Gratitude is such a blessing. Thank you for appreciating her so much."
Mhm. Just to comment on Ayada's comment, we talked about the colonial and the pillaging, the raping, murder, and pillaging of Africa that has happened for hundreds and hundreds of years. But you know something? Oddly enough, it's come back again in ways that is so vicious and so vile, with what's happening, with the taking of the resources, with the forcing of taking away, introducing GMO and the vaccine trials that they're doing in countries. And there's a lot going on. But one thing that I do realize is, like I said, this is the reason why we use the spirit of Ubuntu. We have to use the spirit of Ubuntu, and we have to use the community being able to come together, because none of us can trust our governments anymore.
Yeah.
None of us can. It's like if we're not turning to each other to help each other out, and if we're leaving the hands of politicians, it doesn't matter which country it is, when it comes to these politicians of what they're doing in country after country, and these deals that are being made without the people's consent is horrifying. So we have to look for each other, and we will survive with the love and support of each other, with the golden rule, with being compassionate, with everything else. So I'm not worried about the evil dark side, because we got more light that will conquer all of that.
And speaking of light, one of the brightest lights in our little global peace tribe family has just beamed in from New York. Kristen Hoffman is here to say hello.
Hi, Kristen.
Hi, beloved ones. It's so good to be with you. And I just wanted to bless and send my highest, brightest light and love surrounding this new project, and really just say yes, yes, yes to all you are creating and co-creating. I am one of your biggest fans, and I'm just so grateful for Antoinette and Pato and all that you're holding with so much love and grace and artistry and creativity, and just your belief that the light, focusing and putting your intention and your attention towards the light, that is what will overcome everything. I couldn't be more in agreement, and may the Divine Mother just really feel all this love that you're pouring forth, and that's all. That's all I wanted to say. I love you both so much.
We love you so much. And that's why I said, I wanted you to be part of this. You are, your voice, and, the frequency that when we're doing together and we're doing stuff, it's like, and if you take a look at the YouTube channel, like I said, everybody can still keep their own YouTube channels, but at least we could sit there and create these playlists where we have everybody's music being in one place that is going to be honoring the Divine Mother. So we open this and extend this invitation to everyone out there that all want to live for a higher purpose and the rise of divine feminine for everyone.
Love that. Yeah, and bringing the community together in that way, so that everyone still has their own little creation, but that we can interweave. That's really the key. And it's the way we support each other, right? To lift each other up and illuminate and share in that joy. So yes, yes, yes. I can't wait to be more a part of this.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be at the ACE. The next ACE. Just remind me.
Yay.
Thank you, Kristen.
Thank you, Kristen. Thanks for dropping in and being with us. We love you.
Love you
is
so
it
much.
question and answer time now?
Yeah. If anybody has questions, if you have a question and you want to speak on camera, please raise your hand like that, the little computer way of doing it. Oh, here, I should put my cell phone so you see what I'm doing. Or you can pop it in the chat box. And you know what? Can you put into the chat box for us right now the link to the GoFundMe so that I
Yes.
can take people to that?
Yes, I will. I've got it right here. Yes, and like I said, and you guys will be able to see the video on the GoFundMe as well too, because and this was done by my young people there in Uganda. They did it together. They filmed it. They shot it. You can take it's very short. There you go.
Yeah, here it is. So if you go to GoFundMe, if you want to support the PADS project, which we heard them talking about a little while ago, just go to GoFundMe and in the search bar write Ubuntu PADS project, and this will come up. I can try playing it, and let's see if I'm able to download and upload it in a way that plays well. So let's give that a try.
All right. Greetings, my name is Antoinette Rootsdawtah with Ubuntu International. I'm here to talk to you about Ubuntu Women's Empowerment Program. This program was designed by African women of the diaspora and women on the continent of the motherland. It is a project created and designed by women, supported by women, and led by women.
Jambo, kwa majina naitwa kwa jina la Shogole Badesire Manuela.
My name is Emanuela Shobole. I come from Native Valley refugee camp, but originally I'm from the Democratic Republic of Congo in Bukavu.
In places like Naka Valley Refugee Settlement and villages across Uganda and Africa, menstrual pads are expensive.
Every month, girls miss school, not because they lack intelligence, not because they lack ambition, but because they lack access. Girls have missed days, weeks, and sometimes even longer periods of school simply because they do not have menstrual pads. This is not a small issue. This is about dignity, and dignity is a human right.
We started working with Mama Antoinette through Raise Her, which advocates for women and teenage girls in the camp. While working with her, she gave us a chance to say what we would like her to support us in that was very long-lasting. We gave her a project that we were in need of, like sanitary pads, but we didn't have any idea how that was going to happen, but we were hopeful.
Most disposable pads are plastic-based, and there is no trash collection. So what happens instead is piles of garbage scattered throughout communities, creating environmental and health challenges.
The Ubuntu Reusable Pad project was created to address both dignity and sustainability together. Reusable pads provide long-term access, reduce environmental waste, and allow girls and women to continue their lives without interruption.
The first training started on June 8th, 2025, when we came to Graceville in Kabale and began the training. The time we spent was not enough for us to learn everything that is needed for us to go out into the world and start teaching our fellows. So Aunt Antoinette proposed that we should come back to Graceville and upgrade our skill and learn more this time and be able to go out into the world and teach our colleagues. I'm very grateful for this chance to come to Graceville and happy to be here. Here at Graceville, I have learned many skills, not only making pads, but even how to live with others in the community. These pads we are making are not only for us, but also for the community that we're going back to, which is Native Valley Refugee Camp. It will help me and all the women, and it will be helpful to the ones I hope to share the skill with.
Reusable pads means girls no longer miss school, women no longer miss work, and daily life no longer becomes to a stop every month. This project allows women and girls to live fully, participate fully, and thrive in their communities.
Thanks to Auntie Ruth, Mama Antoinette, Papa Pato, Alina, our teachers Joy and teacher Justin, and all the divine mothers. May God continue to bless you.
Thank you very much, kids. You people, from the young person to end, all of you have love. They don't see, even if they come from school, you are sleeping, they don't care for them, they come and they greet you. That is the love that we want. And we want that. Because the time I met with Mom Antoinette, I was a person that I had no happiness in my life. But because of him, who was just giving me people, training me, counseling me, we people will travel with traumas. If I start telling you my life until here I am, you can get one else. But I thank God because I'm meeting people who are changing my life day by day. Thank you so much, Teacher Joe. You are a good teacher. Since when we started up to now, I have never seen something bad that has annoyed me from Joy or tell me, a teacher is a teacher, but I don't get joy as a teacher. But still, I get joy as my sister, a person that can give me something that will help me tomorrow. At this time, I'm making parts, but tomorrow I'll make other things which will be greater and grateful to my life. I'm not training me as myself, but I'm training my knowledge, my skills, my everything that I'll do tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, my name is Yaira. From Birmingham, England in the United Kingdom, a woman of the African and Caribbean diaspora, bringing to you Ubuntu in action. Women supporting women, skills, creating futures and innovating new beginnings. If this story speaks to you, then we invite you to join us.
Beautiful. Just
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know, like I said, if you see her now, because that was months ago, but what's happened in these last few months, she's now learned how to make clothes. So she's made clothes for all the girls that she left. And her being there was the first time she actually left the refugee camp, you know, for a period of time. That's why it was really, really hard for her to just see like what a different world is. But if you see her now, I'll make sure I get a more updated video of her now, but it's really amazing. All right.
I just
Any
want to
questions?
encourage, yeah, I want to encourage everybody, please do donate to the Ubuntu Pads Project. Again, those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, just go to GoFundMe, put in Ubuntu Pads Project. And of course, all of our people in the Zoom room, you've got the link right there, and I'll put it in one more time. Let's really support this. This is important.
She's on a mission to make 150 pads right now. She's about a quarter through, you know, for the refugees. So that's her project. Along with permaculture, she also passed a permaculture and also to tell somebody. She's made that her own. It's like, so I want all the other young women who are going to be training and teaching the Tell Somebody program to actually learn from Emanuela and from Rita.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it's been an incredible show. And I don't, Diara, have I missed any questions?
Just lots of amazing comments and appreciation and yeah, just phenomenal reviews. No direct questions.
Well,
Good job, Antoinette.
Thank you.
Both of you, beautiful. We're gonna do, every show now we do our prayer time. So I'm gonna turn over to DR for some prayers, and then I know that Antoinette has a special video featuring Omashar that we're gonna conclude tonight's show with. So I'm gonna turn over to you, DR.
Thank you. And I think Desiree's back as well.
Oh, that's right. We have the dynamic duo with us. There she is.
Thank you. All right, taking a nice big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feeling those divine blessings coming in as our heart chakra has been opened today. Akatita karopokatita karakateta kareta kopokarete sarakateta kareta kareokokateta karakateta sa. Isa kareto kopo kareta kareta karakaretsa kareta karakata kara. Seeing that light just spread. Ukutukuro pokatita kareta karakateta kareta karakateta kareta karopo katakara. Grounding in the blessings and the resources that they need to continue their work. Seeing the angels support. And seeing that love spread. Seeing the gift of the highest divine of the highest gratitude.
So beautiful. Yeah, reeling that energy in and taking our theme of balance tonight, the strength of the women and the gentleness of the men, and just expanding that balance. And so grateful for the work that's being done. And as we move from this beautiful global perspective, bringing it down, continuing some of the prayers that we have for our tribe members. So anything else that is put into the chat will encompass always praying for our moms and our dads, our brothers, our sisters, specifically Omashar's mom and Cornflower's mom, Doug's Jackie, and sending love out to Scotty Satori. Blessings for the continued healing for Eleanor Joy. Blessings for abundance for all those present and all those listening now and more joy to come.
Let's just have a moment of silence. I'm going to go to gallery view. And for us, just in our beautiful global peace tribe energy, sending love and energy to anyone or anybody or anything that you wish. And as we conclude our prayer time, let's all send maximum grace to Pato, Antoinette, all the beings that we've seen on the show tonight, all the people in their community that are creating better lives for so many people. Maximum grace for the Mother Spirit Project, for the Ubuntu film, all the videos they've created, all the work that they do. Maximum grace for our beloved Pato and Antoinette.
Thank you. Thank you, Scott.
Absolutely. And I'm going to bring them up one last time. Thank you very much, Diara. Thank you, Desiree, as always. And where is Antoinette? There she is. And I'm going to exit stage left and let you conclude.
Well, that was a beautiful show today, and I love the prayers of D&D. You know, every time these ladies come together, you just feel like a special energy and a special warmth and feeling. It's like when they say when two or more are gathered, it's like they're just bringing on like a whole slew of celestial angels, angelic help. Thank you so much for that. That was beautiful. So, Pato, I think so the video, is there any the final thoughts that you say before we pull the meditation video?
So you're playing the last video, right?
Yeah. Am I supposed to put it on use what's it called? The original sound on Omashar?
No, you don't need that. Just to make sure that
Just share sound when you
Just
press
share
it.
sound. Okay. All right
I
then.
just want to say thank you, everyone, for joining this amazing gathering and sharing today. And please, if you need any more information about the Mother Spirit, just contact us or just type in Mother Spirit Urantia Book and you'll find the information that way too. But there's so much we haven't been able to share. We need more time. But it's time. It's time for the divine feminine to rise. It's time for us to educate ourselves about more realities in the universe.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Pato. And like I said, and thank you for, you telling me, make her your jam. Come on. It's like make the mother spirit your thing and stuff like that. And now it has become my thing. And this will be our thing now as we continue moving with our ministry, and our ministry to the world. It's all tied in the Mother Spirit Project and also Ubuntu tied in together. And for the Sunday mornings, so the Mother Loves meetings. Oh, I guess that's somebody else, or is that our meetings?
I think they're looking for the Mother Love meeting you said on Saturday mornings.
Yes, we're going to start that. So just send us an email. Just go to the site and send us the email, and we'll be sending out all of those details for you. And any questions, anybody who wants to come and support, be a part of this, join us in our mission, in our movement, we welcome all of you. All right. And she put in the thing for the website. All right, let me go ahead and share. Now, this is when Omashar and Kristen and I with Unity Earth were in Japan, and I was doing a reflection of the Mother Spirit, like on the piano. And then Omashar, is there anything that you want to say, Omashar? Because remember, we were doing this together. I really.
Yeah, not really. I think that I was brought to the place that tonight's show has brought me, just such tenderness, and we just seen what I don't even know how to say it, apart from man's inhumanity to man in Hiroshima. I was brought to my knees within myself, and there was no words. And Antoinette came out onto stage and played her favorite A minor key, and I thought, hey, my flute's in A minor, and I was just invited to be a part of that transmission. And words cannot touch it. Like even tonight, I don't think I've had so much emotion, so many tears flowing through what you and Pato are doing around the world and the beautiful people that have shared. And so that is the energy that went into this meditation that Antoinette and I co-authored in Hiroshima.
Thank you so much. It's like you guys will feel it in the music. We can't say
Have you
it.
got the video, Antoinette?
Yes, it's right here.
All
Is
right.
that it? Yeah,
That's the
that's
one.
it. Yeah, and Pato put this together. That's why I said
Hold
Pato.
on,
Like,
hold on. Let me share it.
all right, you share it. All right then.
Yeah, good plan, Stan.
You're sharing your whole desktop, so let me just share that video.
Yeah. And it was so funny because Pato put it together. It says the Mother Spirit Reflections. Very nice, Pato.
Here we go.
Mm.
Wow.
Crying again.
Such a beautiful family, global family that we're blessed to be part of. Thank you, Amishar, for being the beautiful brother that you are.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, and Pato and Antoinette, you are just an absolute powerhouse, and it's unbelievable or totally believable how much the spirit has directed you around the world and how you do it. I don't know, there must be about 50 of you, and God, Goddess, all that is right inside you, just emanating out into our world. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Omashar. I'm gonna send you some more music, so drop some more fluty flute for me.
I will.
Great.
Thank you.
It's been a beautiful evening. Thank you so very much. I love you guys. I look forward to the next time I see you. I've already put into my calendar when I'm going to come visit you guys. I see you're going to be in the Bay Area coming up. So, let me put that tour schedule actually into the chat box. I am glad I'm thinking of that.
I can share it as well if you want.
Yeah. Go ahead and share it
Where
because
we're going to Sacramento, we're going to San Francisco, we're going to June Lake, we're going to Ukiah, we're going to Bonitas, we're going to what's that place? Pacifica? Yeah, so that's the NorCal stuff. And then the SoCal stuff is Redondo Beach, Huntington Beach, Laguna Beach, and Del Mar.
yeah, just putting into the chat box right now the schedule.
Okay, I found it.
Okay.
So I can share an image of it here.
Oh, there we go. Oh, did you make that up new, Pato? Because we just got that gig today.
Yeah, I just made it after Scott asked for it.
Great.
Like you just confirmed that today. All right.
And look at these guys. They're going to be in Uganda, Kenya, and of course, I'm really looking forward. I'm going to come to see you at the Reggae Festival in San Francisco. You know, the pool party at Grand Sierra Resort is always a lot of fun. I've been to that one twice now, up in Reno. So let's all put these in your schedule. We'll put it into the chat box, and there's nothing like seeing Pato and Antoinette live in concert. It's just always amazing, absolutely amazing, really, really fun. So
I'll get Nikisha to bring some Ubuntu merch, so that way you guys can get some, just like how Katrina did, we sold bags and clothes and jewelry and oils, whatever, to support the Mother Spirit Project. So I'll make sure I have that available.
Great. That would be great. All right. I'm trying to actually copy that and put it in the chat box real quickly. Here we go.
I did put it in the chat box earlier.
Oh, you did? Okay, you got it. All right, great. All right. Dinner calls. Thank you very much. Love you guys. I'm going to go to gallery view one last time.
Scott, thank you so much.
Absolutely, my pleasure. And big love to each and every one of you, all these beautiful faces we see in the gallery view. This Saturday night, Alan Steinfeld is co-hosting. We've got some really exciting news about what took place at Contact in the Desert. Our own Desiree was there, so she's going to share with us a little bit about some of her experiences. And also a reminder that Katrina and I are teaching a wonderful course on relationship mastery every Saturday morning. Some of you have been taking the course, and I'll be sending out another email about this Saturday's topic. Would love to have more of you joining us. It's a beautiful course as we all learn the tools of compassionate communication. Take care, everybody. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening, and I look forward to seeing all of you hopefully on Saturday. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.